Good morning, and welcome to another edition of the YAS Morning Action News, bringing you the latest and the greatest updates about the YAS community. Now, before we get to gossip, it's a great pleasure to introduce a dear friend of mine, Lauren Swift, who will be joining us as our co-anchor.
Hi, it's actually Kelly Swift, and I've never met him, but it's good to be here. We'll start out with the groups. These groups were formerly known as the tri-groups when we were not being very inclusive. Then we included more members of our team, made them the quads. Now they're bursting with members, and some of them are called Cinco groups. Regardless, you must meet with your group before the August 20th meeting to recap on your team building group activity.
Golly, I sure like to be part of one of these groups.
Me too.
Speaking of recaps, the YAS Summer Retreat took place last week. The day started off with a wonderful training led by Scott Hanauer, focused on how do we provide trauma-informed care. A PowerPoint of the slides presented will be coming out soon. Later in the day, we headed to Madrona Beach for a day filled of team building activities, lawn games, and a time of appreciation. What a beautiful time it was. Congratulations to Team Wintertime for taking home the coveted YAS Summer Retreat trophy. It's yours till next summer, but we're coming to get it. I sure do love summer retreats, Kelly. Can I call you Kel?
No.
On that note, let's kick it over to Sven Turner, our trusted and reliable housing report specialist. Sven?
Thank you, David and Kelly. So now we're going to do a quick update about housing at YAS. So we have a quick update about actual YHC assessments going on in the building. We are no longer doing Tuesday assessments. So anybody calls, anybody pops in, come to one of our other dates. We have Fridays, perfect time to come in. It's usually pretty empty in the center. And then also Wednesdays as well. So make sure you're also only scheduling one appointment per day. I also want to give a quick shout out to a new addition to our YAS team, Sarah, who's been meeting with everybody and doing a fantastic job on doing a quick flow chart of exactly what goes on in each program. Definitely working on helping to try to build that long-awaited database that we got going on. And so also just a quick sports update, since we do have the Seahawks season starting up very soon. Don't forget, if you want to volunteer, they are doing the Spirit of the 12. You can volunteer, hand out programs, sell them, make some money for the Y, support your teams. And by the looks of all these numbers I'm getting from my Las Vegas bookie, it's going to be a dire season for them Seahawks. Sounds like the Cowboys are actually going to go a little far in the postseason, but you never know how that's going to turn out with Romo. And it's projected that the Chargers are going to win the Super Bowl? Amazing. All right, David, thanks.
Oh.
The YAS Back to School Barbecue is taking place on Saturday, August 15th. It'll be a day full of barbecue, good food, and school supplies for students headed back to school. Is it that time of year already, Kelly?
Oh, I can't believe it. Anyway, in Young Adult Services on Mondays from 3 to 4, we now have a mental health drop-in session. Not to be confused with counseling and not to be confused with an intense therapeutic intervention. This is simply an opportunity for participants to learn if they're interested in engaging in mental health services. Don't worry, it's going to be the same people. Becca last week, then Campbell, then Becca, then Campbell, then Becca, then Campbell. Every other Monday, just like that. Isn't that great?
After Becca's at Campbell again?
Yeah.
Got it. On Friday, September 18th, the YAS will be partaking in the United Way Day of Caring. The 2100 building will be a site of caring where people will come in and help us to beautify the surrounding building and the office. I sure hope some people go into that back office storage space, Kelly.
Woo, me too.
Jeez,
maybe they can give you some of your extra suits that they have back there. Anyway, at this point, let's take it to Margot von Schlotten for a fashion consultant meeting with our very own Henry Arthur Jenkins Jr. Margot?
Thanks, Kelly. Hi, everyone. My name is Margot von Schlottenberger, and I'm here with our very own Henry Arthur Jenkins Jr. for a fashion update. Henry, would you please share with us what you're wearing today?
What I have here is called a fanny pack.
Ooh.
This is essential for every guy out there, if you're older, if you're younger, if you're a teen.
Listen up, fellas.
Everyone, not just fellas, I'm sorry I said fellas, but this is for
Oh, yeah.
everyone. If you
Oh.
want to have a convenient life and you want to go hands-free,
The convenient life, it's like a little kangaroo pouch for your possessions.
exactly. And look at this. Number of different zippers for whatever you have to carry. Instead of carrying them in your hand or having bulky pockets, you have the fanny pack. You have a zipper here for a cell phone. You have another zipper here for a wallet.
Or
You
another
have-
cell phone.
Or another cell phone, which
Uh-huh.
is,
You keep your burner in the
this.
front.
that's right.
Uh-huh.
And then you have the big cell phone
Ah.
right there.
Yeah.
And then you have other pockets on the side for whatever you like to do, legal or illegal.
Oh,
it's up to
Henry.
you.
Oh, Henry. Oh, my. Well, this has just been very informative and educational, if I do say so myself. Thank you, Henry. And this has been a segment of the YAS Fashion with Margot von Schlottenberger. And we will just send it right back on to Kelly and David now. Thanks.
Pow!
Wow. Thanks, Margot. That was really informative and is totally going to affect fall 2015, if you know what I mean.
I sure could use some fashion consultation myself. Gee. That brings us to the time where we kick it out to our trusted field reporter, Michael Kasperwicz, who's bringing us a breaking news story from behind the 2100 building. Michael? Thanks, David and Kelly. I'm Michael Kasperwicz, and I'm out here behind the 2100 building, reporting in front of the Green Plate Special Chicken Coop. I'm bringing a breaking news update about a story we reported on just several weeks ago. Per Seattle Code Limits, Code 14346, roosters are not allowed within Seattle city limits. As we were assured, there would not be any roosters here in the Green Plate Special Chicken Coop. However, breaking news. Apparently, we have a chicken number 4, who's been identified as Chris with K, has been posing as a rooster here in the chicken coop. I heard it coo earlier today. Let's see if we can get it to crow again. Well, maybe not, but I just wanted to let everybody know that, there it is, that rest assured there is not, I repeat, there is not a rooster in the chicken coop. It is a chicken posing as a rooster. I want to make sure I get that right. Oh, there it goes again. I'm getting out of here. Back to you, David and Kelly. Golly, a chicken posing as a rooster. I've never heard anything like that before.
Who knew? But it's a fluid universe, and I think we should embrace it.
I agree with you, Kelly. Well, Young Adult Services, it's with a heavy heart that I announce that this will be my... That this will...
It's okay.
Don't cry, Dave. It's not on there. That this will be my final newscast with the YAS Morning Action News. I'll be passing it over to Kelly here to take us on forward. It's been a pleasure. That being said, this has been the YAS Morning Action News, where we've brought you the latest and the greatest updates about the YAS community. If there's anything going on around Young Adult Services, remember, we'll be there. Signing off, I'm David Baranowski.
And I'm Kelly Swift.
Until next time.